Time now for Sid Sixero. This is where I get 60 seconds to talk. Start the clock, por favor. Here's what's on my mind this morning. The NBA trade deadline is 3 p.m. Eastern today, but if you fell asleep at a certain hour like moi last night, you missed a lot of teams getting a real jump start. Let's start with the Raptors. And I remember back in 2016, Toronto took this young, rather big center from Austria named Jakob Poeltl. And Jakob actually came by Real Sports one night and talked to Tim McAuliffe and myself live on Sportsnet. Very excited to be a Raptor. He eventually was traded in the Kawhi Leonard deal, and we know how that ended up. Last night, Masai Ujiri reacquired him for a first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and Khem Birch. It's an interesting move for a team 10th in the Eastern Conference, and the Raptors might not be done. We also have to tell you the other thing that happened last night. Kevin Durant left Brooklyn in a spectacular deal with the Phoenix Suns. They get a package of players back to Brooklyn. Also, 4 first-round picks for Kevin Durant, who's currently injured, but when healthy, is still one of the best players in the NBA. And we're not near the NBA trade deadline. It's 3 p.m. Eastern today. Blake Murphy from Sportsnet 590, The Fan, who I believe has not slept after all of this went down last night. Blake, we appreciate you, man. He's one of the best in the business. Thanks for this. Blake, I'm gonna put this out there simply, because I'm still digesting the Raptors deal. Make it make sense to me how a team that's 10th in the East and with a player who's going to be a free agent technically, why you got to give up 3 picks for that? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. What am I missing?
Maybe you're missing a subsequent deal that's coming. I'm with you, though. We'll see what the protections are on that 2024 first-round pick that's outbound. Maybe that's not going to be a lottery pick. Generally speaking, though, the Raptors aren't the type of team, at least at this moment, that should be doing a win-now buying move at the deadline like this. However, we know they love Jakob Poeltl. He's just 27. The way the NBA cap works, there's also a value to getting him now so you can go over the cap to re-sign him in the offseason. But I have to think something else is coming here because, like you said, 10th in the East, play in for what? Putting chips in for a guy who's about to be a free agent. A little bit of a head scratcher if this is the only move.
All right, so let's go down that road because you're probably right. There's other things coming. It has to. This deal makes it on its own. It's a weird deal to me. Give me a name on the current Raptors roster who's been rumored to leave, who you're convinced is going nowhere, and give me a name who you're convinced is not going to be here at 3:01 p.m. Eastern this afternoon.
I think the easy one is Siakam's not going anywhere. I think that got the tires kicked on it when Brooklyn was losing Kyrie Irving. I think you saw last night with the KD deal that they're going another direction now. If they can get Mikal Bridges, who's an OG comparable, and 4 unprotected first-round picks. So never really thought Siakam was going anywhere. Still don't think he's going anywhere. On the other side, I think last time I was on with you, Sid, I said, on a balance of probabilities, I think Gary Trent Jr. is the likeliest to go. I would still probably guess that. I feel a little worse about it now than I did initially. But heading into the offseason with 3 unrestricted free agents in your starting lineups, a tough spot to be in. And Gary Trent Jr. is exactly the type of guy that come 255, a lot of contending teams will be like, you know what? 40% three-point shooter, let's do it.
Blake Murphy, Sportsnet 590, The Fan. The Fan will have coverage throughout the day, essentially. Blake is about to hop on the morning show, no joke. His day is full. Blake, it's going to be fun, man. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Appreciate you. And coming up later here on Breakfast Television, Eric Smith, also Sportsnet 590, The Fan, because who knows what's going to happen this morning. He'll be joining us as well. You sound off on the other side.